In the kitchen now with Chef Ken Hall, one of our favorites here. He has worked at some of the top restaurants and clubs in the area, and now he's a private chef. He'll be happy to come to your house and cater your holiday party if you're stressed out, or even just do a few things that you could pick up and take home and make it look like it was yours, right?
That's right.
That's what you're all about. Also cooks meals for families and things like that. This is a busy time of year, and I think people do tend to get stressed out. Sometimes it does pay to call you at the last minute and say, hey, can I help?
Oh, very much so.
Can you help? Yeah.
Very much so. This is, even being a restaurant chef, this is a stressful time of year because you have a lot of little things to throw together and get the timing right. And I think that's what people are most afraid of, is just the timing of getting everything out there at the right time. So this particular one can be made a day or two ahead. It could even be made a week ahead and frozen, pulled out of the freezer, and then cooked right as you want them to come warm out of the oven for your guests.
So we're doing a mushroom hors d'oeuvre, which looks really fancy, but Ken, you're going to show us it's not all that hard to do. It, again, will really wow everybody. And I was talking yesterday on the show, Ken, about how the importance of doing, we did these great kebabs, of mixing not only cold appetizers, but you really need, this time of year, I think, to have some warm stuff.
Oh, you need to have some warm stuff, absolutely. And this one is working with phyllo dough, which a lot of people are afraid of. So it's a creamy mushroom phyllo dough triangle. So what we did was we started with some minced up cremini mushrooms and shiitake mushrooms. We've got some garlic and onion in there.
Okay, just
we're going to add a little bit of wine in here.
A little oil or butter?
Yep, a little oil and butter and cook it. Now we're going to add our wine, and we're going to add cream cheese to it to melt the cream cheese down. That'll help get it to stick together. And then what we've got here is we've got some fresh thyme. Okay. And it's similar to the rosemary, where you start at the top and you just kind of pull the leaves off of the top. And we're going to chop that up. The thyme goes very, very well with the mushrooms.
Thyme is one of those, when it's fresh too, it just so much better, I think, than dried, don't you?
Absolutely.
I mean, a world of difference.
And then we'll hit with a little bit of cracked pepper.
Okay.
And a pinch of salt.
All right.
So while you stir that down, now we're going to start with the phyllo dough. And the one thing that they've done is they switched the phyllo dough to 2 packages instead of just one big package, which is nice because you only need to start with one. Now the critical thing with this,
now you buy this frozen. It'll be in the freezer section of the grocery store. They'll have it.
Yep, they'll have it in the freezer section. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have everything set up before you start working with it, because it dries out so quickly.
So let it thaw in the fridge, correct?
Let it thaw in the fridge overnight.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is you want to have a towel next to you, and you want to have your either melted butter, or you can even use a household spray. And what we want to do is, this is super, super thin pastry. So we're going to layer it up, 3 layers for these, and just very carefully bring it like this. If this little piece, this is the one good thing, is you overlap it a little bit.
So if it breaks apart, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it at this stage.
Melted butter over the top of the first layer, so this is going to be a lot of layers.
Right, we're going to do 3 layers, because then it's going to get folded up almost like a paper football. So you want to just get your butter on here. Once that gets melted and around, we'll pull that off and let that start to cool down. Now again, this can be all made ahead of time.
The filling, I was thinking that could be one of those things, a couple days ahead of time, get it in a container in the fridge, get that out of the way for sure.
Right. And then see how I did that? I overlapped the other side. So we're going to keep doing. Now a trick, if you want to cut back on your butter, is you can use your vegetable spray or an olive oil spray. Pretty much what you want to do is you want to keep the oxygen from hitting the pastry.
Butter tastes so much better though.
I agree. I agree. But then once you get to your 3 layers, then cover this up. Cover it with just a dry towel.
Otherwise it'll break apart on you.
Right, it'll dry out and break apart. And we're just going to spread this butter so it completely covers it.
Okay, now we've got our mushroom filling. Now, should you have this be cooled, or does it not really matter?
It should be cool. What you want to do first is you want to cut your strips. You want to do them about 2 inches or so.
Okay.
And then give me a good tablespoon right here. There you go.
That good?
Yep.
Down the center of each one of these?
Yep, down the center of each one. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull from the corner and go corner to corner like this.
That I want to see how you do that.
And then we're just going to keep folding it up.
Okay, so hold on.
So just pick a corner, whichever way you want to roll, and pull it over to the corner, and then just keep folding over your corners until you end up with your paper footballs.
Okay.
So that's
Mine
the
didn't
trick.
come out quite as pretty, but it's going to taste good. So hold on, one more time.
One more time. So
Okay.
you go corner to corner.
Okay.
This goes back to lunchroom wars of paper footballs, where I got lots of practice folding these.
Oh, I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
There you go. And then you just fold the end under.
Well,
Trick
it's a
is
triangle.
Trick is to match that first corner up here, because then you put that corner right along the edge,
Okay.
and then you just keep going right along the edge like this.
Gorgeous.
And then these, once you get them all done, they go in a 425-degree oven. We're
Butter
going
on
to brush
top?
a little
I had a
butter on the
feeling
top.
Okay.
That helps to brown them, and it helps them from drying out. Now at this point, these were made, and say your party is Saturday, and today would be a Thursday. You could throw these in the freezer at this point.
Is that the best thing to do rather than refrigerate them?
Yeah, because the refrigeration is going to draw the moisture out of the filling.
Okay.
And this could be any filling. This could be a crab filling. This could be a chopped up shrimp filling. It could be leftover bits and pieces of, say, turkey and some stuffing mixed together, and then you could serve it with a warm cranberry sauce. I mean,
yeah.
the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
This is your vehicle.
Brie cheese and raspberries.
Oh,
Lots of different
absolutely.
things you can do. So take these maybe and then put them like in a Ziploc bag? Is that what you
No,
do?
you would do just like this,
Freeze
so that
them-
they freeze solid just
Freeze
like
them
this.
on the tray like this. So make room in your
Just set it right on top, you know,
Okay.
on your top shelf, and let
Okay.
them freeze. Once they're frozen, then you can put them in a baggie and
Got it.
put them
Got
in
it.
there.
Now, when you go to bake them, if you're making them ahead, if you're baking them just like this, 425.
For about 15 minutes. If you're pulling them out of the freezer, then go down to 375 for about 18 minutes.
But bake them frozen.
Bake them from frozen.
Okay, that is a great make ahead. Love that. So we're going to throw these in the oven and show you how gorgeous they look. I can't wait to taste them either. They're going to be fantastic.